Well, hi everybody, old Gare. We're here this week with this week's Fishing Chums Fishing Report. My gosh, good to have you because we've got a dandy report for you, a great show for you. And we're going to be talking about Truman Lake. Boy, there's been some big crappie caught out there. We'll be visiting about this. Fair report from out at Palmy, Stockton, and Bull Shoals. My golly, there's been a lot of fish caught this week out at Bull Shoals. Walleye and crappie and bass. Good bass fishing at Table Rock, fair crappie fishing, and some pretty good walleye fishing at Table Rock. And of course, Beaver Lake, you know, they've had rain out there, the lake's been up, but they always catch fish at Beaver, and got a pretty good report coming out of Beaver. Anyway, I'm battling my allergies this time of the year, the cedar and pines blooming, and I tell you, I always battle that this time of the year. But thanks for the coffee, Carla. What did you put in that? Whoa! Anyway, I'm all excited about bringing you a bunch of photos today, and Kathy and I have some great photos at the end of the program. We have a lot going on, a great report coming your way. So, Kathy, let's go fishing.
Fish and Chums!
Well, that's right. Pretty good reports. Wow, some nice fish are being caught throughout the Ozarks. And I always enjoy bringing you the report in this show every week. And we want to thank all the thousands of viewers. You know, we have viewers in groups. We have watch parties. We have Facebook. We have YouTube. And it's just amazing how many views we have each week. And God bless you. We want to thank you very much. Keep sharing, spreading the words. You all are chummers out there. Love my chummers. In fact, I want to say a special hi to Xander, my little buddy. My golly, he broke his elbow the other day. And Xander, I hope it wasn't your casting arm. My golly, because, you know, Grandpa Mike and I are going to take you fishing this spring, and we're really looking forward to it. So heal up, my friend, heal up. All right, let's go out to Beaver Lake. Boy, there's been some nice stripers caught at Beaver this last week. Out at Beaver, the water temperature is around 48 degrees. It's been fluctuating a little bit. But Don and Nick Plumley were out just a couple days ago. And look at these stripers that they caught. And they were in the Perry Creek area, trolling in about 15 feet of water, going about 2 miles an hour. And look at the fish. I think I caught some stripers and hybrids and had a good trip out there. Good going, Don. And gosh, good fishing. And a big striper, Bruce Fieldman, was out the other day. And look at this big old boy, or big old gal. Look at that beautiful striper. Bruce, good going. That's a nice fish. Wow, out at Beaver Lake. Also, Richard and Lisa took their daughter Elizabeth out the other day, and they're fishing, I believe, down below the dam at Beaver, and really caught some nice rainbow trout. Look at these, my golly. And also a couple nice walleye as well. Good going, Richard, Lisa, and Elizabeth. Boy, you've been catching a lot of fish out there this early spring. Good going. So Beaver Lake, I tell you what, get out there this weekend. I think you can catch some fish that's without a doubt. Good going. Let's go to Table Rock. A lot's going out at Table Rock, quite a bit's going on at Table Rock, despite the weather. You know, it's been, that water temperature is only 46 degrees out there this morning. And like I said, we need some warm nights. That's the thing. We've been having temperatures in the 40s all week during the day, but that really drops in the 20s, and I think the other morning it was like 17 degrees. We need warm nights to get that water temperature going on. But still, can't complain because there's been good bass fishing out there. And in fact, Greg Off was out the other day in the Campbell Point area. Look at this beautiful bass that he caught. And there's been some good bass fishing. You're going to Table Rock this weekend. This is what I'd recommend. An A-rig. Try that A-rig around steep banks and around some of the timber. That's been picking up fish. They've been picking up some fish on jerk baits. And the other would be jigs. You can drag jigs, cast jigs, swim jigs, and around some of the docks and so forth, or out around the timber and off some of the points. And another thing, of course, if you want to do some deep water fish, go out there and find some big schools of shad and try your ice jigs and your casting jigs and jigging. You might do good. Looks good. They've been catching some nice bass out at Table Rock this week. Carla and I went out to, we were up in the James River area the other day, went crappie fishing in the Flat Creek area, picked up a few fish. This is Carla's first crappie she's ever caught. Look at that. Look at that great smile. Great photo. Wow, good going, Carla. And what they've been doing, that James River arm is a little off-colored, more green than anything else. It's not clear. A little bit of debris in the water. And when we started the other day, it was 45 degrees, and I think it finally got up to around 46. But people have been going out there. We've seen some people that were doing some spider rigging with double minnows, catching some fish. And I do have to say you have to, maybe wade through a lot of small fish, but you can end up with a nice mess of keepers, I think, if you stick with it. And so decent fishing for crappie just starting up in that James River arm around Point 15 and Flat Creek. Try that. And been some nice walleye caught out there. My gosh, Robert Smith was out. Look at this. His son picked up this nice fish. They caught some nice walleye by fishing the upper end of the White River arm, and also more so in the Kings River arm. And some of the people up there have been trolling flicker shad. Other people are using kind of a night crawler harness. But there's been several walleye, nice walleye, caught up in the Kings River arm, White River arm. So try that this weekend. That could be really good. Okay, let's go out. Another thing that Sandy sent this picture in recently, and this was her son was fishing Table Rock here just a few days ago and picked up this beautiful walleye. How about that? And Sandy Lawson, and boy, that fish is about 10 pounds or more. Wow, that just shows you the walleye out at Table Rock. Good going, good going. Okay, out at Taneycoma, water temperature was, I think, around 52 degrees, 53 out there this morning. They have been releasing some water through the gates, and I think they've shut that down now, but they are using their generators. And so when this happens, like I mentioned, there's always shad coming through this time of the year. So this is what they're doing. They're using some jerk baits, kind of a light colored jerk baits, catching some fish. And also with the drifting, go to a white power egg. Here a couple of weeks ago we were out, wasn't doing any good, switched to white, and they just killed it. So because that kind of resembles a shade of a white, the shad. And drift some white power eggs, Berkeley power eggs. And also if you can do some jigging, like we mentioned the last couple of weeks on the program, 16th ounce white jigs that resembles a shad, that can produce some good fishing as well at Taneycoma. Good luck out there. Excuse me. Let's go out to Bull Shoals. My golly, some nice fishing has been taking place out there for bass, crappie, walleye. In fact, we want to go to the photo of the week. Jordan and Brittany Isaac was out the other day. Jordan has a great guide service out there, good times, and he really catches a fish, bass and crappie and walleye. But Brittany caught a 7-pound walleye just a few days ago. God bless you, Brittany. Great photo, the photo of the week, and that's at Bull Shoals. And they were fishing from Powerside even all the way back to K-Dock, I believe, and really caught some nice fish. And here's another shot of probably a limit of fish. Look at that great photo of Brittany. So photo of the week, Brittany Isaac, great walleye, 7-pounder, good going. And they've been picking up some crappie as well. Jason Ramos was out the other day fishing the mouth area of the Beaver Creek. They caught a couple limits of really nice crappie. That's out at Bull Shoals. I've had several reports of some nice crappie being caught at Bull and over the brush piles, anywhere from maybe 40 feet of water. They may be suspended over the brush, excuse me, down around 15, 20, 30. But nice crappie being caught at Bull Shoals. And the bass fishing continues to be very good. Sounds like a kind of a broken record, but there's still a lot of shad breaking up right now, coming out of the creek areas, and so watch for the birds, the seagulls, and the loons. I'm going to get through this, and they've been picking up some fish on jigs. They've been doing a little ice jigging, and they've been picking up some fish on jerk baits, and just some decent fish when they do get in, and some really nice quality bass at Bull Shoals. Okay, let's go out to Stockton. Here's a good shot of the tandem fly outfitters out there. Great guide service. Look at all the fish they caught. And I think they started the other day when it was like 17 degrees one morning. And they really got their party into some good crappie. Look at that photo. That's out at Stockton Lake. And Adam was out the other day and picked up this nice walleye. That's a dandy. And Mike Cooley was out as well and picked up some bass. There's been some good bass fishing at Stockton on the A-rig, and also some jigs, swimming jigs, working jigs, and at times some jerk baits as well. Few walleye, not many, but a few walleye are showing up on the points and secondary points. But this is getting into the time of the year you start wanting to work that dam in the evening or early morning hours or even nighttime out there. Might pick up some fish. So Stockton's been good. Boy, when they do get into the crappie, they can really put a bunch of them in the boat in a hurry. Thanks to the Tandem Fly Outfitters. Great guide service. Okay, let's go out to Pomme de Terre. And Pommy has slowed down a little bit. I think it's more weather than anything else, but they've been catching some crappie down by the dam, maybe in 30 feet of water, over some of the brush piles, over around some of the sunken timber. Seems like 30 feet, 15 to 30 feet is the best depth. And I tell you, the best jig right now, I understand, is a leadhead jig, 16th, or if it's windy, if it's real deep, go to an 1/8 ounce. Pink head, fluorescent pink head with a chartreuse tail. That has really been getting them, and sometimes tipped with a minnow. That's out at Pomme de Terre. A few bass have been caught out there this week as well. They've been picking up some fish on jerk baits and crankbaits, I understand. Okay, let's go out to Truman, and I want to tell you, Devon Price was out just yesterday or day before and picked up, look at this giant catfish. That's an awful nice fish. Big cats being caught out at Truman on some of the flats, I understand, on cut shad. And my goodness, we have some good crappie reports. My word, we've had some big crappie. In fact, Steve Cameron was out the other day. He was fishing in the Sac River area just from the bank. Now, this gives you bank fishermen hope, because look at all these nice crappie that Steve Cameron caught at Sac River. How about that? Okay, the Fat Slabs Guide Service. My golly, great guide service out of Truman. Richard Falk, they were out the other day and caught all these nice crappie at a party out. Boy, some big fat crappie are being caught out at Truman. Really nice fish. In fact, a chummer, that's what I like to call our friends that watch the show all the time here, Chad Wiseman was out yesterday and picked up some nice crappie in 20 feet of water, down to maybe around 10 feet, and really caught some fish back into the creek arms. So they're really starting to move out there. And look at the quality of fish being caught out at Truman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful crappie. Lake of the Ozarks, Jack was out the other day, and look at this, nice crappie's been caught. We're getting reports at the Lake of the Ozarks that some people are really struggling, but like Jack UX was out the other day and picked up these nice crappie. Some people are still shooting the dock. Some people are finding some shad, fishing around the shad in deeper water, but there can be crappie being caught out at Lake of the Ozarks, just like Jack shows here. And the bass fishing's been decent for the very few people bass fishing. Jerk baits are still the #1 bait out there, and they have been picking up a few fish on wiggle warts, and they've been picking up some fish jigging as well at Lake of the Ozarks. Norfolk Lake, we have a pretty good report. They've been picking up some nice crappie. The diehards been going out there in the creek areas about halfway back, third of the way in, getting down, finding those fish around the shad, around the brush, in about 30 feet of water. Jigs have been good, jigging minnows. And they've been picking up some hybrids, white bass, and once in a while stripers. Some of them are on the flats. Some of them are moving back into the creek area somewhat, following the shad. So Norfolk could be good this weekend. By that, water temperature was 48 degrees out at Norfolk. Lake of the Ozarks, it was only like 44 degrees. And I forgot to give you Truman. It was around 42. That's cool. And Stockton was like 40, 42 or 3, and Pommy as well. So that water temperature is cool, but they're still catching fish. That's the main thing. So I want to thank everybody for putting up with me today with my allergies. I always get allergies in February with that cedar trees blooming. Wow. But we're working on it. For you people that's new, that's coming into the scene on our Fishing Chums at YouTube, be sure to subscribe. Kathy put that up there. Boom, subscribe. Then you'll be notified and never miss out on all the fun we have here on Fishing Chums. And for you people on Facebook, God bless you. Thank you very much. A lot of viewers, a lot of groups, and a lot of people having fun, showing Fishing Chums with groups. And I want to invite you to join our group, our Fishing Chums group. So we're posting things all the time and having a lot of fun on it. Again, thank you for putting up with me. I think I'm going to go to Bull Shoals this weekend. Sounds good to me. Boy, good fishing out there. And Truman, those big crappie. Wow. We have a lot of good photos coming your way. A lot of people sent in photos this week. Thank you very much. And hope to see you on the water. If not, I'll see you next week at this same time. God bless you. Happy outdoors. Good fishing.